Yo, what is up, Gripper Cards? We have a fun one for you all today. Now, to give some context, I have never submitted to PSA before. Of all the timings to make this video, I find it very interesting because, as we all know, PSA is kind of in the middle of a controversy, which that's a whole different topic. But this is a submission, a 10 lot card submission that I did. And these are pretty much all PC cards. So I don't really care what the grades are at the end of the day. And I understand that there's going to be an argument of why didn't you do Beckett and whatever. At the time when I was submitting these, that wasn't really something I thought about. And also, I kind of got the PSA slab just because my current PC is PSA slabs. So I didn't really change it. So that's the reasoning. But what this is, these are 10 cards. These are all different things. And what you're going to see in this is these are a bunch of, some Packers, some Gators. There's a Tim Tebow in here. Pokemon. This is multi-sport football, baseball, Pokemon with obviously some TCG. So this is going to be a little bit of a mix. If you guys enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. And guys, this is my very first PSA submission ever, literally. And I own PSA cards, right? I own things like this and whatever. But these aren't things I submitted. These are my very first. So without any further ado, now that you guys have liked the video, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's hop into it. Obviously, I don't want to show you the top because that's my address, but I will do this so you can see. Boom. There's your PSA, so you can see it is the PSA box. And if anybody submitted the PSA, you know the ordeal. So now, with these cards, we're gonna have some fun with these. So to give context on some stuff, I saw the grades, but you guys haven't, and we're gonna talk about them because some of these I understand. There is some in here. There's going to be some conversations. So that is the stack, starting off with the banger at the top. So right away, again, 10 cards. We're just going to do different positions so you guys can see. So starting off with the first one, this is a heavy lumber. This was one of the case hits for PSA. Case hits for top, sorry. And this is the David Ortiz, which if y'all don't know, I am a Boston Red Sox fan. So there you go. And there you go. So this is a 2025 Topps David Ortiz heavy lumber. Now going into this, at this card, I didn't think this would be a super high grade, but obviously it's a case hit. You want to take the chance. And well, it got an 8. And honestly, I'm not that mad about it. I'm not mad about an 8. Now, the next one was a Lamine Yamal. If anyone doesn't know, Lamine Yamal is one of the hottest rookies to come out of Barcelona other than Messi and people like that. But this is one of the guys people want. And, well, there you go. It is the rookies. And what did it get? PSA 8. Now these two, when we did a little bit closer digging, we weren't mad about these grades. These grades make sense. Okay, so PSA did not mess up on these grades at all. I don't think there's any argument or controversy. Yeah, I guess maybe if I did a little bit of cleaning on them, I guess maybe I could get these to a 9 or 10, but it's okay. These are PC cards anyways. Now, Tim Tebow, we're going to save for last. We're going to talk about Tim Tebow. But we're going to do some Packers. We have a Jair Alexander. This is a zebra. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Look at that beautiful card. And a PSA slab, gorgeous. And this one was the 2022 Select Zebra. I didn't have a lot of high hopes on this. I was very curious what this would actually end up getting, to be fully honest. I thought maybe an 8 or 9. This thing got a 10. I have now a Zebra Jair 10. And I love it. It is gorgeous. So that is our first 10 on the board. Again, I did 10 card submissions. So far, 2 8s, 1 10. Again, this is also multi-sport. Now we have another Packer, Luke Musgrave, which now that Tucker Kraft's out, he's the guy to kind of step up, right? So this is a rookie, of course, and it is a auto. It is a rookie auto Musgrave. I do not believe this one was numbered. It is not. But this one, I honestly wasn't sure how this one would do because I'm not sure what the discos, they are a little bit more harder. But this one got a 9. So honestly, maybe I could find something wrong with it to give it a 9. This one I didn't get too mad about, but I kind of wish this one got a 10. I don't think the auto would have got a 10. That's why I don't think it was even worth grading the auto on this. But hey, there we go. It's all good. Now we have the Jordan Love Splash, which I'm actually going to scoot this over just because it's a little bit of room here. You guys can still see, though. All right. This is a Jordan Love Splash. This is out of 99. There you go. This is 58 out of 99. And this one was 2024 Mosaic. Beautiful card. I think one of the more cooler cards to hit, honestly, from 2024 Mosaic. And this one got a 9. Again, this one's hard because with the textures and stuff, my thinking on this one was a centering. But even then with the centering, I don't know how you grade the centering on this due to the position he's in. So I am a little questionable on how this was a 9. Just my opinion. I think this one could have been a 10. So I don't know how I feel about this grade per se. I think this one could be a questionable grade, maybe resubmit. But point is, again, because it's PC, I'm not going to get upset. But I think this one could have been a 10. This is one of the questionable ones. I think that should have been a 10. Now, Jordan Love case hit. This is a Crown Jewels from 2023 Panini Contenders. The Crown Jewels are considered the case hits. They're SSPs. They're very popular. Now, I've had this card pretty much for a while now. Didn't think too much of it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grade it finally. And, well, Jordan Love's killing it, so awesome, of course. This is his third year, technically. And there you go. This card, when I submitted it to give context, did not know too much about it other than like quality-wise. I'm like, if I'm lucky, a high grade. This one, though, well, let's just show you it. This was an 8. This one hurt me a little bit, mainly due to the reason of I was really hoping for a 9 or 10 on him. But luckily, since he's going to be PC, it's okay. But really, really hoping that was a 9 or 10. So far, 3 8s, 2 9s, 1 10. Bart Starr. If anyone doesn't know, I've been a big Bart Starr collector. And, well, this one is really, really cool. I believe this was, because they don't show the years on these, I believe this was the 63 or 64. I'd have to check again. But this one, I submitted because I'm building the entire Bart Starr Topps collection, which we have a video. I'm going to be doing a whole video on my Bart Starr collection once that whole thing is complete, which keep an eye out. It's come together beautifully. But this was part of the collection I needed. And, well, here you go. We're just going to turn that across, and boom. This is a 1962 Topps Bart Starr. And, guys, it is just, obviously, you could tell it's completely off center. So, for that reason, we'll get to that. But if you look at the actual card, it's actually not awful condition. And to give context, for anyone who's not like a big grader or a vintage guy, 1962 was not a good year for cards when it comes to quality. So to get a high grade on these, slim to none. So to get like a 4, 5, and a 6 and up, that's pretty good for these. Like a 1 to 3 range is but like if you can get a 4 and up, these are really, really nice. And so the reason I say that, we got us a 4, but it is a miscut, meaning it was miscut and it is a 4 quality. So they're not going to hit us on the centering, meaning like they could have gave us a 1 because the awful centering. No, this was a miscut. So because of that, it is a 4. But hey, we still got our 4 grading, even with the bad cut that they did. At least we got our grading. And again, this is cool. It's my very first Bart Star I ever submitted myself. And it's a decent grade for the year. So I'm not mad at all about that. Pokemon. We got some bangers to end it all. So you know what? We'll do Tebow and with J-Love. This is a Pokemon card, as you can tell. And well, it is a 2022 Pokemon Japan Altaria full art. And looking at it, you're like, oh, that's gorgeous, right? That has to be a 10, right? That has to, I mean, if it's not a 10, I don't know what it could be. Maybe a 9, whatever. That baby's a 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got us a 10 full art Altaria. And let me just say, I freaking love this card. It is so beautiful. It is such a beautiful card. And to have this in a Gem 10, in my opinion, well worth it. So far, 2 10s, 2 9s, 3 8s, 1 4 for the vintage sake, but that makes sense. This one, Tim Tebow. Now, this is a Tim Tebow auto. This is an autographed card, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just a card where it's what. This is an actual autograph. As you can see, received a press pass sideline signature certified authentic autograph card. This card was personally signed by Tim Tebow. And there you go, press proof, whatever. So this is the 2010 press proof cards that they made. And there you go. This is the 2010 press pass PE Tim Tebow sideline signature gold. I know my finger's coming up the D. That is gold on card auto with his 15 in there. Now, this card, when I saw it and looking at it, I was like, okay, this card should be a flawless card, right? This card should be flawless. If this, doesn't get a 10, I'll be mind blown. Now, saying all that, ready for this? Bum, ba-da-dum, 9. This is the card that of all the cards I submitted, I don't believe this was the correct grade. This is the card that Gravity and I have dug through. We've looked a close examination on multiple times. This should be a 10. This should be a 10. And so looking at this card, 95% is probably getting resubmitted because this to me is not the correct grade of what this card is. Now, here's the cool part. Even though it's a 9, ready for this? This is a not just pop 3, not a pop 2, not a pop 4, not a pop 1. This is a true pop 1. You guys heard that? I'm going to say that one more time. True pop 1 card. There is no other card. There is no other ones graded from this card. This is a true the only one graded in the world. This is the only one graded. And it is in my mitts. And guys, that to me is the coolest thing ever, that I own this card. And it is going to sit on my PC forever. So I'm so excited to own the only graded on-card auto Tim Tebow from the 2010 Press Pass PE Gold. I'm so happy that I can be the only owner of it. So that's really awesome. Now, last but not least, the piece de la resistance. This is a Jordan Love 2020 RPA. And guys, to give context, I did not expect a lot from this card because RPAs, if anyone knows, RPAs are some of the hardest cards to grade. Why? Because the thickness, the patch, so much stuff could go wrong with it. I did not grade the auto. This is just a card grade to give context. This is no auto grade. This is just the card grade, meaning the corners, the centering, the blood, the whole card minus the auto. All right. So I'm going to show you the card first. There you go. Multicolor patch, autograph out of 99. And the lighting's kind of weird. It is 71 out of 99. It is the 2020 rookie year from Illusions. And honestly, that patch is insane. It is nasty in a positive way. And y'all ready for this? This card, again, I'm going to be honest, going into it, I thought maybe a 6, maybe a 7, because it's an RPA. RPAs don't grade well. Most people don't grade RPAs for that reason, due to the problems, because these are terrible cards to grade. The chance of getting a 10 is rare. That's the point. Y'all ready to see this? 3, 2, 1. They gave me an 8 on an RPA. That is not an easy grade to get for these type of cards. And I did it. And I am so happy to own an 8, a PSA 8 RPA Jordan Love. This card I haven't seen in a long time. I sent this off to Gravity for PSA grading months ago. And we finally submitted it. And guys, it is in. And that is it in my nice little mitts, finally in the PC. So guys, I'm so excited. That's really awesome. So of the 10 cards, we had one PSA 4, which again, to give context, makes sense. It is vintage. Would not even, yeah. We had 4 PSA 8s. It's okay. We had 3 PSA 9s, 2 PSA 10s. Now, that is a very interesting showing, in my opinion, especially after the whole PSA stuff. So I think it's interesting. I think there should have been 3 PSA 10s. I'll die on the hill. There should have been a PSA 10, in my opinion, but it's fine. We'll get that resolved. But guys, let me know what you guys thought down below. What card was your favorite? Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. And guys, when we do more PSA stuff or more card grading showings or reveals, anything like that, we'll be sure to let you guys know. So keep an eye out on the socials. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Take care. And as always, guys, peace and love from Gripper Cards.